Live from WTVO 17 and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
A poor job, a local doctor says people in our region aren't following mitigation rules, and it shows. The biggest worry he has tonight. And a step closer, COVID vaccine in the works right now, but there's a big challenge officials are facing right now. And a Festival of Lights will be dedicating this year's show to the late Alderman Beck. We'll have more on that. Well, good evening. I'm Elliot Grandia. Eric and Mimi are off tonight. Well, COVID-19 cases continue to surge in our area as the virus shows no signs of slowing down. Every county in our region, that's Region 1, saw an increase in the 7-day positivity rate. The numbers you see there on your screen right now, the region sitting at 19.4%. You see Boone and Whiteside counties leading the way right now with over 23% positivity rates. Hospital availability numbers staying mostly level. 26% of general beds and 34% of ICU beds are open. Health experts say those need to stay above 20%. Area health leaders say our community is reaching a critical point in this fight against COVID. They have a request for everyone: wear a mask.
This can only go so long. There's only a finite number of beds. There's only a finite number of healthcare personnel. And oh, by the way, those healthcare personnel are getting sick as well. They're getting sick from patients, but they're also getting sick in the community.
I've heard a lot of people getting sick there. Well, Swedish American's Dr. James Cole saying Region 1 is doing a poor job complying with these mitigation measures. In Winnebago County alone, there's been more than 900 new cases since Monday. Dr. Cole is saying Swedes is becoming overwhelmed with patients, and that doesn't even include those patients who go to the hospital for other illnesses.
It's going to get worse before it gets better, because we're going to see all of the winter illnesses, and all those winter illnesses on top of COVID is going to potentially supersaturate the 3-hospital system here in this region.
Coming up at 6 here on Eyewitness News, we'll hear how local officials are preparing for a COVID vaccine. Well, nationwide, health experts expressing excitement after Pfizer announces its COVID vaccine has now reached 90% effectiveness. Basil John reporting on why the news from the pharmaceutical giant has some doctors feeling optimistic. Eyewitness News keeping you connected to the nation's capital.
I think it's a great first step.
Upstate Medical University infectious disease chief Dr. Stephen Thomas says he's encouraged by news that Pfizer's trials show their vaccine is 90% effective and may soon be ready for approval by the Food and Drug Administration.
I think that it really exceeded the expectations of lots of vaccine developers and immunologists and clinicians.
After approval, Pfizer will shift toward manufacturing and distributing the vaccine.
There could be a significant rollout of vaccine by the first or second quarter of calendar year 21.
However, one major distribution challenge, the vaccine needs to be stored at 94 degrees below zero, and not every hospital has the required equipment.
You have to, in a sense, verify you got the goods to take care of the vaccine and make sure that it's going to still be efficacious when you're administering it to the general public and to your patients.
WorkCare Associate Medical Director Dr. Anthony Harris says the handling and distribution of this vaccine under these requirements will need cooperation from state and federal agencies.
It's going to be paramount things are done properly to ensure people are confident in the safety as well as efficacy of the vaccine.
But both health experts have faith in the process.
This is being figured out, and that it will not be a major impediment to distribution of vaccine.
Pfizer estimates it will produce 50 million doses this year. Reporting in Washington, I'm Basil John.
Well, statewide, new COVID numbers and testing numbers hit record levels for the 4th day in a row. More than 15,000 cases of coronavirus were confirmed in just the last 24 hours. It comes after more than 106,000 tests were conducted. All but 6 of Illinois' 102 counties are now at the COVID-19 warning level. Governor Pritzker is saying everyone, especially city and county leaders, need to take responsibility.
But also the local leaders, as I've said, who are taking no responsibility. And in fact, they're leading others to believe that, oh, it's okay if you gather in big groups. It's okay if you have a concert in your bar. It's okay if people don't wear masks. And that's just wrong. That is the conspiracy that is working against the people of the state of Illinois.
Since the start of this pandemic, more than 500,000 people have been infected here in the state. 10,504 have died. Well, COVID will once again force state driver services to shut down. Illinois Secretary of State Jesse White making that announcement today. So facilities will now be closing starting Monday through December 7th. CDL services, including the location on Baxter Road in Rockford, will remain open. Driver's license and ID cards with February, March, April, and May of 2021 expiration dates. Those will have a little bit more time to renew as well. That deadline is now June 1st of 2021. Well, driver services may not be the only thing to shut down. Earlier this week, we told you about Pritzker possibly issuing a mandatory stay-at-home order, and that would force a lot of businesses to close like they did earlier this year. Loves Park-based Lux Production saying it took the shutdown from earlier this year as a learning experience. Now the company that once specialized in putting on live events has really shifted a large chunk of its operation onto a digital platform.
I think technology and events are going to move more in a virtual sense just in general, and we now finally have that platform that we're able to execute those with excellence.
Jan's telling us he also sees an opportunity with the holidays right around the corner. He hopes to virtually connect kids with jolly old St. Nick himself here soon. A Rockford man is in jail tonight accused of trying to rob a man he had asked for help just moments earlier from. This all happened just after midnight on State Street, right near 3rd Street. You see that on your screen. Well, Otis Childress asked the victim for some money and a cigarette. As the man checked his pockets, police say Childress pulled out a box cutter. The victim fighting back and was actually cut in the hand. Officers arrested Childress shortly after. He's now charged with attempted armed robbery and aggravated battery. 2 cats die after a Belvedere apartment fire. This happened just around 6:30 on Whitman Street, just north of Belvedere Park. The Belvedere Fire Department taking these photos. You see them on your screen here coming up. You can see smoke just kind of coming from the side of the building. All of the residents did get out okay. Damage was limited to just one of the units on the first floor. Most people were able to return home. Crews did rescue 2 other reptiles. No word yet on how they're doing or how that fire started. Our Rockford holiday tradition will now honor the memory of a longtime public servant. The 2020 Festival of Lights is now dedicated to former Alderman John Beck. Beck passed away earlier this year. He had served as the 12th Ward Alderman for nearly 2 decades. Well, this year will mark the 31st year for the Festival of Lights. A drive-through display opening at Mississippi Park coming up November 27th. Right now, a 2020 presidential ballot recount is underway in Georgia. Eyewitness News is your local election headquarters. Election workers in Cobb County started sorting through those ballots one by one this morning. So here's how it'll work. There's working of teams of 2. So each team member will determine which candidate the voters supported, and then they're going to put that ballot into a bin. Then the ballots will be tallied up and entered into some computer databases by a different worker. That will determine the final count. The process will take place across the state for about a week. Nearly 5 million ballots were cast in Georgia. Well, incoming congressmen and women gather on Capitol Hill for the traditional post-election event. So new members were given the lay of the land there, if you will. It'll include rules of the House of Representatives as well as security and how to hire staff for your team. Established lawmakers say it's just a good way to start building relationships.
Now your first warned weather forecast with meteorologist Kevin Doom.
Happy Friday, State Line. You got me working from home again today, but I will tell you, today, as opposed to last week, I really had no problem staying inside all day. It was chilly out there today. Temperatures were in the 30s for most of the day, but at least we had the sunshine. In fact, we're going to start you off with a gorgeous look over the Rock River in downtown Beloit. We're looking at a real nice sunset glistening off the river, hardly a cloud in sight. So overall, despite the cold, it really was a beautiful Friday here in the State Line. But if we just take a look at how temperatures have been affected over the past 24 hours, yesterday wasn't the warmest day either, but just look at the temperature difference that we've seen in the past 24 hours. 24 hours ago was about 10 to 15 degrees warmer throughout the State Line. Let's look at some current temperatures. We were at about 46 degrees as of midnight last night. That's right after that cold front came through, and we haven't escaped the 30s since pretty much before sunrise this morning. So 36 degrees is the current temperature here in Rockford, 32 down in Rochelle, 33 over in DeKalb, and 32 for a current temperature out in Freeport. But some warmer weather is on the way. Not a huge warm up, but definitely a lot warmer than where we are now. If you just look out to our west, temperatures in the 40s and 50s that will eventually reach us, but that will arrive with a storm system, which will actually bring us a pretty good chance for a little bit of rain tomorrow. So if you take a look at our recent satellite and radar, you can see skies are still very clear, as we saw on our sky track. No rain anywhere near the state line as of yet, but we are keeping an eye on a storm system that's currently brewing down to our southwest. You can see that added cloud cover moving through the panhandle region of Oklahoma and Texas, and a few scattered showers down there as well. That's actually going to merge with a much stronger system of low pressure out to our northwest and eventually make its way into the state line, bringing us a decent chance for some rain tomorrow. So let's look ahead with our futurecast. Conditions will remain clear here through the rest of the night and into early tomorrow morning. So depending on how early you're waking up tomorrow, you'll likely wake up to a good bit of sunshine, but then cloud cover will quickly increase through the latter half of the morning, and that's when we'll start to see a few scattered showers here and there through the early afternoon or so. By the latter part of the afternoon, the rain is going to become a bit more widespread, and by the latter part of the evening is when we see our chance for possibly a couple claps of thunder in there and some heavier rainfall. Now, as temperatures cool off overnight, we will not only continue to see the rain, but there is a chance that some of that rain could actually transition into some snowfall once again as temperatures approach freezing. We'll wake up to some mostly cloudy skies on Sunday, but throughout the day a lot of the cloud cover is going to clear out, and we'll eventually see a good amount of sunshine to wrap up the weekend on Sunday as well. I want to give you a quick update on what's spinning out in the Atlantic. We now have Tropical Storm Iota. This is the 30th tropical storm so far that we have seen. Excuse me, I also want to mention that it's going to be pretty gusty out there this weekend. Winds gusting as high as around 35 to even 45 miles an hour over the next couple of days. Now let's talk about Iota. It's currently about 180 miles north of Colombia. It's moving west toward Nicaragua and Honduras. If you remember, it was just 10 days ago that Eta made landfall as a Category 4 hurricane on the coast of Nicaragua. This is now taking a very similar path. This is now the 30th named storm that we have seen in this 2020 Atlantic hurricane season. Now tonight, temperatures will drop into the mid-20s or so. Mostly clear skies going to hang with us pretty much through the rest of the day. Going into tomorrow, temperatures should reach the upper 40s, but not until later on in the day is likely when we'll see that high. Sorry, my graphics seem to be lagging behind me a little bit here. We will see that good chance of rain, as I mentioned, arrive by the afternoon. Stick with us through the rest of the afternoon and through the evening, even into the overnight hours. But through the rest of the week, most of the week actually looks to be pretty dry, but still on the cooler side. Temperatures in the mid to upper 40s through most of the week, but we should end it on the upper 50s and lower 60s. Elliot?
Now, the Napleton Sports Desk with Sports Director Scott Lepper.
It's never happened before. Two Rockford natives playing against each other in one NFL game. It'll happen this Sunday at Lambeau Field when Dean Lowry's Packers host James Robinson and the Jaguars. I spoke with Lowry this afternoon about the matchup that'll have us all glued to the TV.
Robinson, how well do you know James? Have you ever met him? Do you know much about James?
I have not met him. I've followed his journey since he's been at, Lutheran to Illinois State. I believe he works out with Tim Bailey at Top Performance a little bit in the offseason, so we've kind of connected through him, but never have actually spoken to him. So I look forward to, after the game at Lambeau, just meeting him, honestly, for the first time and just catching up.
What does it mean to you to know that, you've got some company in the NFL from Rockford?
I think it's great. And I'll say just watching, him on film, he's very elusive. He has great vision. And, to start in the NFL, it really says a lot about his overall football intelligence and overall character. So it's really impressive to watch. And to be from Rockford makes you, proud to have someone from your hometown play like that.
Height-wise, James is not the biggest guy in the NFL. Is it difficult as a defensive lineman sometimes when you're trying to spot and find those smaller running backs, when you're trying to make a tackle? Is it hard to find them sometimes?
Yeah, it can be, but I think it forces us to have good pad level too. So, he's also very quick and shifty, has great vision. So that's going to be a challenge for us, no doubt, on Sunday.
You can hear more of my interview with Dean on our website, mystateline.com. Catch the game Sunday at noon on Fox 39. Today's other big news, Matt Nagy's decided to turn over the play calling duties Monday night when the Bears host the Vikings. Offensive coordinator Bill Lazor will handle that.
I just wanted to let everybody know that, I made the decision to go ahead and pass up the play calling, and I'm going to give it to Bill Lazor. So it's a decision that I made. We've been talking about as a staff.
That's sports. We'll be right back.
We're kicking off our weekend tomorrow with a pretty good chance for some rain in the afternoon and evening. Temperatures a little bit warmer in the mid and upper 40s. We'll be in the mid 40s for Sunday. No rain this time around. We'll see a good bit of sunshine, at least for the latter half of the day. Temperatures should remain around normal or so, middle to upper 40s through most of this upcoming week, but we should end on a warmer note, upper 50s, lower 60s.
We'll see you at 6.